All right, everyone. So this is the new Apocalypse Death Project. It's a Surly ECR 29 Plus. It was designed to take over for the initial bike that I built or had built, Gravel Death Project, which got turned into Tarmac Death Project, which is more of a road bike, which I'll get into later. But this is my extra large tank green Surly. Starting at the front, I've got a Bush and Mueller dynamo light right there. Some nice big 29 by 3 inch WTB Rangers, Blackburn racks front and rear. Did some slight modifications to them to make them work, but I like them very much so. I've got Oveja Negra bags, Magura MT5 brakes, of course a Spur Cycle bell. There's some bags by Mac Workshop over in England. The large bottle holders, so I can carry pretty much any kind of bottle. I did my own custom mud flap there that was originally a Reaper mud guard that I trimmed the wings off of. I have some SKS Blue Mel 75 fenders that fit pretty nicely. Again, I made some modification to the front one, mounting them in a little different spot, about halfway up the fork, and then mounting with zip ties underneath the rack to make it work. I have a Cane Creek headset, Wheels Manufacturing bottom bracket, a race face turbine crank, GX Eagle chain, an E13 9-46 rear cassette, which I did a little more streetable versus a 1050, a Unite Components 34 tooth chainring, and the thing that I like a lot is the wireless Archer Components shifter with the remote that works pretty well. I just have to tweak the settings a little bit. Terry seat, which I love. Some outer shell seat bag. Jones bars, which are amazing. I've got the good old outbound light for off-road use, which is fantastic. That's a temporary road light, as well as a temporary rear road light that's mounted over the Bush and Mueller dynamo light, because those Baron Mark III rims are getting replaced with Next High 3K carbon rims in about 3 or 4 days. And then the tires, instead of WTB Rangers, I'll be using Maxxis Chronicles. But the bike came out a lot better than I expected, I guess. Although I built 4 now, so I wasn't too worried about that. I just didn't know what to expect with this bike. Basically just comparing geometry online to my Soma Wolverine, and everything turned out pretty fantastic with it. I call it Apocalypse Death Project instead of Overland Death Project because of the current trying times and, well, I guess around the world. So it's ready for pretty much anything, down to the skewers here for the zombies when the apocalypse hits. I do have a rear tank bag coming for here, so it'll kind of make the light not look like a beak. And then I have a couple of North Street panniers for the back. And I think that's pretty much it. Oh, the PNW Pine Dropper, which I like a lot, just to give myself a little bit lower center of gravity for when I'm doing some downhilling. But overall, it came out fantastic. I've ridden it to work about 5 times now, 14 miles round trip, and it does fantastic on the road. Even with the big fat tires, it drives like, well, an Acura. It's pretty cool. So the pedals are getting replaced with some Shimano clipless pedals. Eventually, I have those on order. And like I said, the dynamo setup will be plugged in the next 3 or 4 days. So I'll keep you posted. Do you have any questions, please ask, because this thing is a beast. And it's heavy and fast, and it runs really well. But I love it. Look forward to sharing more with you guys.